Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, this is Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre, and today we're going to talk about my music collection and my top favorite groups. This is my first time ever I started to tried to compile any type of a top favorite group, and I had a little bit tough time, and I'll explain as we go along. I kind of consider myself a music collector. Probably the quantity that I have is not would be defined by some people as, well, that's not a lot. But anyway, for me it is. I have as depicted in there, I have record albums. I have about 350 albums. I have in excess of 700 CDs, 50 cassettes, and maybe 20 or 30 45 RPMs. And that's a lot of music. I like music. I was born and raised in the early 50s when rock and roll was supposed to first start coming out, and it caught on with me with the days of Elvis and Chuck Berry and Jerry Lee Lewis and the gang. And I've kind of stayed with it my whole life. And so today I'm going to try to, first, before I get there, and also, beside those, uh, I also have a reel that I picked up in Europe when I was living over there, and that has albums that are just full of songs. Each reel holds 6 hours of music. A lot of the music is not from my albums that I have. It was I borrowed albums from all kinds of friends, so all sorts of friends over there, and recorded their songs, two or three off of each album onto there. So that one, and that's hooked into my living room system. And my living room system has that, a receiver, and a turntable, and a single CD player on it. And then the bedroom system that I have the receiver, and I have a cassette deck and a single turntable. But the big one for my CDs is this one right here. That's two 500 disc or CD holders. So that's 1,000 CDs go in those two players right there. That makes it real nice for transitioning, so forth. The makes I just have to turn it on. I can play it and can hear it through most of the house. I also have a Bose 10 out in the living room, and that streams music off of my computer. And I don't know how many thousands of songs I have on my computer, and it streams it through my network. So I got all types of different sources of music in the house, and well, never mind. In old age, your mind goes in and out, So bear with me if I have those kind of type of pauses. Forget what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go through a list of 12 of what right now my favorite groups. Okay, then it's not going to be in order listed, number one, number two, number three, so forth. This one's going to be in alpha. And we're going to have a little bit of fun with this today for those of you that are watching the channel and subscribing and want to partake. Try to guess what my top three are, and then put them in the remark section, and I'll come back later on in the week and give you guys the answer and see if anybody has was able to pick it out. So we're going to give it a start, and the first one we're going to talk about is the Alan Parsons Project. What a group. No, Alan Parsons started off as a recording engineer, recording for Pink Floyd. And then he thought, well, no, I can make music too. So he went on to make a career. Some of my favorite songs from him are off the Turn of a Friendly Card album. And our games people play. In fact, that's my ringtone on my phone. And another one is Going to Be a Price to Pay. And then, of course, Time is another one of their real big hits. And, good group. Then the Allman Brothers. I had always liked their music, and then I was stationed down in Georgia in 1973 when close to where their hometown was, when they came out with in their big hits with Ramblin' Man and Jessica. And we must have heard them like 100 times a day on the local radio stations. At first I was getting a little sick of them, but I really liked the Allman Brothers. I had tickets to see them back in 2009, but I had some medical issues that, didn't allow me to go there. And now, of course, they're not together anymore. And so they, that one is not on my bucket list anymore. The next group, a little bit softer in the music out of Boston is the Cars. I really like their sounds. Rick Ocasek and the gang, and that they put out. One of the songs that I liked was Drive, and they had a lot of good songs. And Let the Good Times Roll was another one. And so that you know provided some good listening while I was yeah, never mind. Anyway, well, then of course the Doors. Never got to see the Doors, and Jim left us at a very early age. He joined that 27 club. And I kind of think that if that hadn't happened and they stayed together, they would probably still be selling out stadiums and so forth. A couple of my favorite songs from the Doors are "Riders in the Storm" and "The End." A lot of other good songs, but that just two that just happened to pop into my mind, so I brought them up. Fifth group, of course, a lot of people like this group, Led Zeppelin. Wow, what a bunch of hard rock masters. They keep promising and threatening and saying yes and no on a reunion. I never got to see them. I'd love to see them, but I don't think it's ever going to get together. I don't know what their issues are. Probably mostly ego issues and royalty rights or something. And that's another reason why I don't put any music on this channel or uh, of these groups, because I don't have any royalty rights to them and I don't want to get in trouble for them. Next, Leonard Skinner. I saw this group in concert at the Pomona County Fair, and I thought, well, what's a Pomona fair concert going to be like? So a friend of mine and I went down there, and it was really, really good. They rocked for, I don't know, a couple of hours for a fair concert. That's probably one of the best fair concerts that I've ever been to. And well satisfied after making the drive down there, and and seeing them. Next comes, a lot of people don't, now you can hardly see that, but it's Pink Floyd. A lot of people don't even consider them rock. They kind of consider them prog rock. But to me, I'm not going to be differentiating between rock, hip hop, prog rock, or anything else like that. It's just that Pink Floyd is one of my favorites. And I really love the Dark Side of the Moon album. And some of the songs that I like from them are Money, and another brick in a wall, or whatever the name of that title of that song was. My mind's going a little bit blank here, going through all of these different groups right now. And so Pink Floyd, I just finished. I'm doing a review of all my record albums that I got. I started at number one, and I'm running through during this COVID time. I just did the Pink Floyd's The Wall album. What a great sound that was. Okay, moving on. We find Queen. Now, Freddie Mercury. My goodness. Probably in the top 5 voices that I've liked ever. What a loss to the music that was, losing that voice. And who doesn't? If you like Queen, who doesn't like Bohemian Rhapsody? Everybody likes that one. That one just gets you moving and going. And then the other one I like, is Another One Bites the Dust. Of course, there's a couple other ones that I like, but I can't think of them right now either. And so that was my next choice. Next, Styx. Saw that Styx down at I won tickets to see Styx down at the San Bernardino College, and my daughter and I went down in that. And first concert I was ever at where they didn't sell beer, but that was okay. I really enjoyed it. They really put on a show for the limited amount of people that were there. And some of their big songs that I liked were "Come Sail Away" and "Babe," among many, many others. And so that was a fun day going down and see them. Next on the list, Supertramp. Wow, you say Supertramp? That's strange. Not what totally known by everybody, but I really like their sounds. I really like their album "Breakfast in America." What a great album I thought that was. The songs, the Logical song is on there. and a couple others that are really, really cool. Really get your your beat going. And so I try to listen to that every once in a while because I don't have a lot of their albums, but you know, I have a couple. Next, U2. Bono and the gang has put out a lot of good music over the years. Uh, you know, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, and a bunch of other ones. And so, well worth listening to. If you haven't ever, if you didn't really pay attention to Bono too much, check them out. Really good group. And last on my list today is The Who. Roger Daltrey, Pete Townsend, and they're still rocking it. They must be in their 70s now. I saw them down at the Greek Theater when they were just both a little over 60 years old. And my goodness, they rocked for 2.5 hours playing all of their songs, you know, the ones that stick out in my mind that I really like, Baba O'Reilly and Behind Blue Eyes, you know, and so it's been a long time since I saw them. I like listening to them again. Anyway, you know, that's my 12. I want you to pick out three, have some fun. You know, here's the list again, just in case you, well, that's not the right one. What am I doing here? That's, no, there's the one there. I was actually, before I started talking about the list, I was planning on doing an honorable mention. If you saw the slide pop up there real quick, you know, but then as I started listening to more music and more music and more music, I said, holy crap, everybody should be an honorable mention. Now, maybe some of the people should be in this list. You know, this is my very first time. Next time I'm going to try to do a top 10 in order of the ones I like. You'll see groups that aren't on there that are great. The Beatles, you know, Steve Miller Band, The Cure, a whole bunch of them. You know, even the New Kids on the Block are great. I saw them twice, believe it or not. This old guy did, and they put on a really, really good show. But anyway, there's my favorite groups, not in order, in alphabetical. Let's have some fun this week. And oh, there's my favorite groups. They're disappearing on me all the time. Let's have some fun this week. You know, pick out your what you think are my favorite three. See if you how well you know me. Get back with me. Put it in the remarks section. If you like what you're hearing on my thing, scroll down a little bit, hit that red subscribe button, click on the like thing, and leave some remarks. I'll be happy to hear from you. And I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have. And if there's anything else that you'd like me to discuss, because I have planned on what some of the things I'll do, I'll consider it and put it on my list. So until then, be safe and be happy and be kind to everyone. Thank you.